Welcome, everyone, to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real-life bards play Dungeons and Dragons. Before we start the credits, we do have a few sponsors that we need to shout out. First off, do you hate math? Do you need all your resources conveniently at your fingertips? D&D Beyond is for you. Damn it, I'm still good. I knew this was going to happen. You can get through it. I can get through this. Thank you to our first sponsor, D&D Beyond. If you look no further than D&D Beyond for all of your digital resources, including books, dice, and the ability to homebrew to your heart's content. Our second sponsor is Effects May Vary, an awesome local band from Newmarket, Ontario. We specialize in making sure you always have your daily prescription for hard rock. Feel free to listen to their music on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you are most comfortable listening to your favorite tunes. And feel free to follow us, or them, on Facebook for show dates and announcements. And as always, individual effects may vary. Check out the Patreon and the merch. There is also our Patreon where we have a tier for every level of generosity. One includes being shouted out at the end of this game, as well as all the others, or a voice acting lesson with one of the talented players in one of our other games. And of course, we have merch. Do you want a sweater, a shirt, or maybe even a mouse pad with that awesome Dire Bear logo? And we have Pride merch all year round, even though it is no longer Rainbow Month. We will always show our colors. We also have t-shirts, sweaters, and sweatpants, stickers, and tank tops. So go ahead and check out our merch page where you can find whatever your heart desires. Roll those title credits. Get me out of here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Just a few little announcements before we begin. Unfortunately, Fidget is not going to be able to join us this evening. He has a very important series of tests tomorrow that he has to take. So we wish him the best of luck on all of those, and hopefully an A is in his future. And Sir Domino will not be joining us until in about 10 minutes or so. So nobody panic. It's not that his camera isn't working. He's just not currently here at the moment. So let's jump back in. So after dispatching Colonel Rembrandt and capturing his little rogue lackey, who is Corporal Timber, the party interrogated him and found out that he is the very definition of a coward and just gave all of the information that they could possibly be looking for. They immediately found out that he and Colonel Rembrandt were not only part of the assassination of the previous colonel, but also every individual who lived in the city. They were implicit, they were in on it. And Corporal Timber, I can't talk either. Corporal Timber himself was responsible for the poison and the murder of every single individual in this particular city. The party then sentenced him to death, but upon the offer of one last split-second piece of information, Bavidius decided in that split second to spare his life and relieve him of his dominant hand instead, where the corporal then revealed that there was somebody else who was also heavily
implicated?
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word.
I got
Implicated.
Wait a minute.
I've got this. I can talk. I can narrate. This is my entire job. Oh my god. All right. Who is heavily implicated. And he motioned to their party member Talon, whom the majority of them implicitly trusted at this point. When he was gently confronted, he basically said, "Yeah, this dude's a liar. He's gonna say whatever is necessary to cover his own ass." Wherein Bavidius made the decision to finally end his despicable life. Talon then went downstairs, not appreciating being called out in that moment, and went past Nyx, who approached him and then apologized for her behavior, because it was revealed to her that he could be trusted and that he was not involved in any way. So they went downstairs to share a drink, wherein Talon betrayed her. He put a paralytic into the drink and made this beautiful, menacing monologue where he stated that he was implicit, he was involved, and he watched her mom die. And after they fought and he came very close to ending her life, she beheaded him in a fit of rage in front of the watchful eyes of Father Imbaro's raven. And that was precisely where we left off. So, Father Imbaro, you just witnessed Nyx standing over the bloodied, headless corpse of what was once one of your party members. What do you do?
Oh, last time I had dismissed the bird and I had not told them.
You dismissed the... No, that was precisely where we ended it.
No, I could have sworn I dismissed it, didn't I?
I didn't give you a chance to react.
Am I mixing up?
I have nobody a chance to react.
I must be mixing it up with the tunnel.
Yes, because I went back and watched everything. So
true.
Yeah. So essentially, she looked at the raven, knowing that she had been seen.
Right. That's
and
what happened.
The look on her face was, "What have I done?"
I remember now. Sorry.
Okay.
So what's everyone doing?
Nobody else has any clue as to what is going on.
Yeah, but everyone, are we?
Everyone else is
around, bandaging some wounds, having a little bit of water.
Yep, just like going through all of the motions of short rest. Essentially, they are blissfully unaware of the horrific violence that has just occurred.
Yeah, I guess I'll tell them.
No,
I mean, like, you might give the lady a second before you go crowd her after the murder. Yeah, I'm thinking of her. What's her name?
Nyx. I'm doing this for Nyx.
I mean, the longer you leave,
that's going to be a real awkward conversation.
Yeah, it will be. Okay, so I suppose I'll go over to Bavidius there, and I will inform him. I have to do it like this. Yeah.
Can I help you, Father?
I think there is something troubling downstairs that would require your attention.
Troubling how?
Bloody.
I grunt. Lift myself up from where I'm sitting. Gesture to anybody who feels like following. And says, I'll say, all right, I'll lead. and I'll start walking down cautiously because he's only told me something bloody happened downstairs, but briskly, not wasting any time.
Randall will also get up behind Bavidius and follow him.
I mean, I didn't see the whole conversation. I just saw little bits at the end there.
It's just the important part at the end.
Also, I need to say it before I forget, before we carry on. I just want to point out, Bavidius felled a man named Timber with an axe. I just really need to say that.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah,
Christ.
you did. That is true.
This is a thing that I did.
Okay. So Bavidius, you make your way. You haven't been told where to go. You just said downstairs.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. I'll walk with him like side by. Well, I'll lead. I'll lead the way. Actually, I know where to go. I'll lead the way.
All right.
Sorry, I'm kind of thinking of it as like one long staircase downstairs, but there's a lot of downstairs.
There's a lot of downstairs. Yeah, there's quite a bit of downstairs. Okay, so you follow Father Umbaro, who quickly begins leading you all the way downstairs and towards what you recognize is like the kitchen area for the officers.
Now, I must warn you before we get there that it might require a gentle touch. So maybe one at a time would be best. Once we get there, of course.
Indeed.
I don't know how far it is. Sorry. How far is this that we're headed to?
It's about. So it was about 200 feet from where you were, so it takes you maybe.
Okay, I thought it might have been deeper than that.
15
Okay.
seconds to get there.
No, sorry. I thought it might have been like on the deeper stairwell. My apologies.
I'll just say, you speak in riddles, priest, and I'll walk in the door of the kitchen.
Okay. So you are immediately greeted by the sight of definitely what you weren't expecting. Nyx is still standing there, partially like turned halfway towards the door. So she can see you out of the corner of her eye, but she's not looking at you. And she is still gripping her axe in her hands so tight that her fingers and her knuckles are bloodless. She is breathing heavily, and you can see that there's a stream of crimson blood that is just coming down from a wound that's in her abdomen. And laying on the floor in front of her in a quickly accumulating puddle of blood is Halen, or what's left of him.
How well would I be able to read her body language in this instance, especially given she doesn't know I'm there? Oh,
she is white knuckling an axe.
Wait, hang on.
Five?
I don't have. I can't. Yeah, I don't have anything to give myself advantage on that. That's a 5.
It's not hard to see she's angry. You just
angry, yes, but like.
Yeah. You rolled a 5. Listen.
I know.
I'm giving you what I can, dude.
I know. So I'm just kind of dumbfounded at first, and I guess I'll clear my throat. See if that snaps through to her.
He doesn't look at you.
That's concerning.
And Barl will sort of look over at Bavidius and give a questioning shrug, like, what do you want to do?
I look back at him with a similar questioning shrug, and
She's just standing there with her mouth slightly open, just like panting.
Mm-hmm. Very calmly, very gently, I'll just say, Sergeant, please put the weapon down.
It didn't seem possible, but she grips it tighter. And you can see all of the muscles just along her arms and her biceps just go taut. You lied to me.
What happened?
I trusted him. And you all lied to me.
All I know. Go.
No, please.
Okay. All I see is you standing over the body of a man who you have tried to kill since we met him. I need to know what happened.
He turns to look at you and looks directly into your eyes. Is respectfully, sir. Fuck you.
I'll sigh again. Heavy sigh. Will. Sorry. No, I'm streaming. Roommate problems. What could I say? Thank you. Oh,
It brings some levity to a very tense moment.
There's food on my floor now. Okay.
Mom, I'm streaming. Leave the chicken tendies at the door.
Oh my
Leave the pizza rolls on the floor, Mom.
God. Stop bothering me.
And mozzarella sticks, Mom.
I think you should give him the axe. What's done is done, and you can always explain to him what happened. And he'll listen.
No, he won't. No, you won't.
At that, for the first time since any of you have met him, you see Bovidius flinch. And I'll ask her, please, go wherever you need to go in this building. Clean yourself up. Let us investigate. Prove your story. And then I will listen. You have my word.
Oh, good to know. Now that it's already over, now that my blood is on his knife, now is when you choose to listen to me. I don't give a shit what you think happened. Because obviously you don't give a shit about me. You cared more about making sure that I fell in fucking line than watching my own goddamn back. Fuck you, Bovidius. You don't deserve that ring. And then she walks past you. She brushes past, shoves past you.
Oh yeah. I figured. And with that, I'll yeah. With that, I turn to Father Mbaro and Rendell and say, you were both likely a fairer hand at investigating this scene. Please, I beg you, find the truth of this.
Well, I mean, the whole speaking to the dead thing that I can do is the head still sort of has to be attached.
I get the feeling we've listened to too many words that came out of that head.
What do you suspect?
She has been warning me since we met Talon that he was not to be trusted. And
We all did, not just you.
given the circumstances, I most strongly encouraged her to put aside those voices, to put aside that distrust, and to work together as a team so that we could all get out of here alive and safe. And it appears that he was what she always said. If there is any evidence you can find to prove that, I need it. Because otherwise, the only evidence before us.
I think you have your answer already. I don't think he or I are going to find any answers in the blood there on the ground. I think the answer is what you've been saying. He was a man you couldn't trust. Betrayal's betrayal. Doesn't mean that you were wrong to give someone the opportunity.
Thank you.
As far as we know, everyone in the Thieves Guild had a hand in what happened here. If manipulation didn't work, then we wouldn't be in the situation to begin with. We will clean up the body, but I don't think we're going to find much digging around in him. I think this should be done.
Your counsel is well received. And I'll walk away and go and brood for a little bit.
I don't think we have anything to actually tend to a body with, unless you want to hand wave that. I'm sure we can do something.
You guys are free to investigate and try to find the evidence that he was looking for.
I mean, might as well. Did Nyx say anything? She didn't. Okay, no, she didn't say anything specifically about the poison, so we wouldn't be aware of that yet. Sorry, who's gonna investigate the body too?
I am, Randall.
Okay. Unless you have anything specific you want to do, I don't think that Imbaro would really do anything in particular to push too far, just like a once over.
Randall wouldn't have much qualms about rifling through the body that no longer has a head. So,
all right, glove up. Let's go.
Gloves.
Who needs gloves?
Nope, no gloves. Raw dog in it.
Raw dog in it. That's a great way to get an STD.
Oof. All right, investigate the crime scene, please.
Randall is a sailor. It would not be the first time.
Oh, jeez.
And a port in the storm.
Got all of them already. Don't worry about it.
You've already been sat on twice by a bear.
Yeah, I've got up immunity to some of them.
It really brings meeting, so gotta catch them all.
So, is there a table in the room we can utilize, or?
There are multiple tables in the room. Actually, hold on. Let me pop you guys in the room so you can see sort of kind of what you're dealing with.
Let me pop myself into Roll20 so I can figure out.
So what's all that effort, just in case you said the wrong thing?
While Father Imbaro is currently loading in, Randall will start hauling the body onto the table. That's right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I'm just gonna allow that.
And then he's gonna place the head over here.
Okay.
And we'll begin rifling through Talon's effects.
Okay, Talon, or formerly Talon, would you like to tell everybody what is on your corpse, please?
I believe there should be 500 GP gold Pegasus. Sorry, 513 because I had 10 to begin with, and then found 503. Then there should be my daggers. A short bow, adventurer's pack, the normal things you would find.
Mhm.
But I'm going to be really honest. I deleted the character before I wrote everything down.
Oh no.
He also has a ring of spell storing.
You're
That is
carrying
true,
16 kilograms of gold? That's incredible.
Well, I had it stored in the Thieves Guild. I hid it so the little bastards wouldn't take it from me. When you're in the Thieves Guild, you got to watch your own back.
Yep.
So
True.
Wendell will take all of that, and I don't
So
find
you know
any
how banks
notes
use like dye, right? Do you think they
Yeah.
use like gold rubs off green on your hand or something to like track thieves?
Like glows under
Cool
black
idea.
light or something.
Rubs off on your fingers. Comes off on
So
iodine.
as you're
Immediate.
collecting and like rifling through Aelin's pockets and his possessions, could you roll me an investigation check? Just see if you discover anything.
Okay.
I'm fantastic at these sort of things.
If Father Umbaro is helping you, you can roll that with
yeah.
advantage, or both of you can
I'll
roll
go ahead and do
whichever
that.
you prefer.
Okay.
Well, we'll do it in tandem here. And we'll go ahead and throw in. It's not guidance, is it on skill checks?
Guys, yeah.
And guidance.
Yeah, we'll throw that in. That's another D4 there, so I'll just go ahead and roll that for you.
So,
And so you get to roll with advantage and add.
+1.
Please and thank you.
I mean, that will cancel out my -1, so
You're welcome.
which is good, because if that had been normal, that would have been a 0. Or 14. 15 rather.
So as you're going through all of his items, you can see that he has a matching set of daggers, and they're pretty well made. They're very sharp, and one of them definitely has quite a bit of blood on it. And as you look and kind of compare the two daggers together, you realize that the last half inch of the blade is missing.
Oh, that's
Like the
no
tip?
good. So just the tip is missing.
Just the tip, no.
Yep. Also, that evil freaking laugh, Talon.
Yikes.
You know what?
I feel like that should have come from my severed head as an escape of air.
You know what? You guys actually fucking hear that, because that is awesome.
Great.
So great, this place is haunted now.
So while he's investigating the body, would you mind if I investigated the room? Search for signs of kerfuffle.
It's all over the place, like me.
All over the place.
I mean, you're only in 2 places, so.
Well, there's my blood's on the floor too.
3 places, fine.
Well,
go ahead and
I'll
give
go
me an
ahead
investigation
and
check to see if you can piece together sort of kind of what happened here.
I'm not gonna do the math on that roll. I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I'm not gonna check what my investigation is.
You can see that everything sort of within the room has kind of the one table that you placed the corpse on, you had to go like to the opposite side of the room to do it, because the majority of the tables within a certain radius have just been shattered and broken. So the chairs and the tables and like bits of glass have just been broken and shattered.
So with that, it would probably occur to him that it was just some sort of emotional fight that got out of hand. Not really able to see anything in particular, he'd return to the body and give it up to you.
Well, the only other person who was here is somewhere else now, and with both dagger was broken, I would not be surprised if that is still stuck in her. So
That should probably be tended to.
I'm going to go do something that's not the most intelligent, and I'm going to go find Nyx.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Were you saying that out loud or just like?
Yep.
Oh, he's like, I'm gonna go do something
Okay.
that's not the most intelligent.
Good luck.
I am not the brightest, but I can help.
Well,
You're like the cat. It never hurts to help.
So I will go out of the room and follow the blood trail that I assume Nyx has left.
Yep.
Bird will follow.
So
Inbaro, stay here.
as you're following, you realize that like it's a pretty consistent trail of blood. She is bleeding quite a bit.
I will quicken my pace.
Okay.
I'll be calling Nyx. Nyx.
He doesn't answer.
Keep following the blood until I do find her.
Okay. It leads you all the way back upstairs, to what was once her mother's office. And your heart kind of sinks as you realize where she went because she doesn't know where else to go. And you you turn and you look in the doorway, and you can see that she is like leaning heavily against the wall. She has one hand planted on the wall and the other hand planted on the wound on her abdomen, and she's just grimacing in pain. And her breathing is irregular, and she seems to be just barely standing.
Nyx? Let me take care of that wound for you.
Get the fuck away from me.
No, I'm not gonna. And I'll lift up the broken daggers, or the one dagger and the broken one. Pretty sure a piece of Talon's dagger stuck in you.
Gets her attention. She looks up at you and she opens her mouth to say something, like her gaze just kind of softening for a split second in that moment. Before you can see just this spasm of agony just kind of rocks her body, and it's just written clear across her face, just absolute pain. Before she in pain and then clamps down on it with her teeth before her eyes roll back into her head and she just passes out on the floor.
Okay.
Can I roll to have another hitting
as her hand
punch
falls
for
away
him?
from the wound, you can see that it is like her hand and like part of her forearm and her armor are just soaked with blood.
Randall will yell very loudly from upstairs. Could use a hand up here. And we'll run towards Nyx. And
I'll absolutely head towards that call.
We'll take out my medicine pack. This is gonna suck. Don't do surgery very well. And just first we'll cure wounds on her. With what spells I have left, which is level 1.
So does cure wounds like seal the blade?
You might not want to do that.
Yeah, I'll have that thought afterwards. So
that's gonna steal it up, and that's gonna maybe make it worse.
Okay.
Maybe it pushes it out.
It's like he cauterizes and he's like, oh shit, wait, I forgot
right, the knife. Oh God.
Man, this is why I failed medical school.
Like a surgeon just finishes surgery and he's like, wonderful, well done.
Where's my wristwatch going?
Never Google how many implements are left inside of people in after surgeries. Never Google that.
Whoa.
So, question, Charlotte.
Like 10 or something a year, right?
It's like lots.
If it took us about 15 seconds to get down to the kitchen from outside of the office already. And I was
It
like
makes sense
brooding
that it.
elsewhere in between the two places. Should
Mhm.
take me no more than 2 rounds to get to Rendell after I hear that call, right?
Yeah, that seems entirely fair.
So I am proficient in medicine. I would more than happily help our cleric perform whatever he needs to help Nyx.
Yeah, at this point, if you'd find Rendell there, he's pulled out a bottle of vodka, and he's pouring it all over his hands. Oh,
Now he cares about being sanitary.
When it comes to others, yes. Oh, this is gonna suck. And,
I washed before and after. Thank you.
What do you need me to do?
For everybody watching, very obvious trigger warning approaching.
Yeah. I need you just to hold her down, because if she wakes up, she might take my head off. And if she moves, she might also worsen the injury. So I'm gonna go in and start sticking my finger in. Even this is kind of grossing me out.
You just rolled me a medicine check.
With advantage, because I'm giving you the help action.
25.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Jesus, yes.
So medical packs come with tweezers and things such as that.
My brain is not in the right space at the moment, okay? We'll have a person bleeding out in front of me. My brain is kind of mush right now.
You're like, oh my god, is that blood?
Is that?
I'm used to stitching up wounds, not
the new paramedic. He's like, oh, is that? Oh my god! Oh god! Oh no! Oh, is that?
I'm used to stitching wounds and setting bones, not performing surgery for removing foreign objects.
Okay, so with a 25, you pretty deftly, but just barely managed to locate the tip of the dagger, essentially because it takes you a lot longer to retrieve it because you have to go a lot deeper than you thought you would have to. So the dagger is only so long, but it seems to have burrowed further inside of her than you expected.
It's
a living dagger.
This is well, if this doesn't work, I can always do a weird ventriloquist act.
I just glare.
You feel the tweezers close around something metallic.
I very gingerly begin to pull it out.
Okay.
Until I hopefully see a tip of a dagger in the tweezers.
Yep.
Right,
So you remove it, and there's the that last half inch of the dagger that was missing.
All right. Once that's out of her, I will dump 2 cure wounds into her. So 11 for the first one, and 8 for the next. So 19 HP in total.
Okay. So you then lay your hands on her and just pour a bunch of healing magic into her. And to your dawning horror,
Oh,
nothing
bugger.
happened.
I hate you so much. It's one of these things.
Jesus.
Can I roll it, and I just have that hideous laughter go through the building again?
Oh, bollocks.
Probably poisoned. Press all day.
So can you roll me a history check? Because I know you as a character know what I just did. But
you, do.
Or you as a player know what I just did. But you as a character know what I just did. Oh, Kyle's looking at me like, oh shit. Is that what I think it is?
No, sorry, it's supposed to be with disadvantage, so.
We got hit with the no cursing.
No, it's not with disadvantage, it's just with advantage. 15.
15. Thanks, JT.
Fiddlesticks.
We loved you, buddy. That's what I get for being nice to you guys. Yep. Oh, I've got the points now, buddy. It's coming. Just so you know.
Thank you for keeping our chat pure.
That's not the chat. They can say whatever they want in the chat. It's just us.
I mean, we all
Our
have Chris
chat,
Minecraft
our
server.
discourse.
No, you don't. Yes, I do. I do have the points this time, man.
But
All right. So you faintly remember the existence of very, very rare weapons that resist magical influence, particularly healing. The wounds that are made with these weapons cannot be healed by magic.
I have a question.
Yep.
So, what if I took... What...
Oh,
I
no.
can't even get through my joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
What if I cut out the stab wound with a different knife and then healed that wound?
That is a horrible idea.
All right, I'm out.
Explain how I'm wrong.
that's enough for me. I'm out of here.
But it's like that's a lot of, very important vital organ that she's now going to be missing if you do that.
Would it work?
I'm gonna go with that might kill her.
Since Bovidius
she has
Okay. I'm glad we know now.
Rendell, what's happening? Why didn't it work?
Fucking dagger. Oh, I swear. Bug it. Restart that, I suppose. It's the dagger. It's enchantress. The wound won't. It has to heal on its own. It can't be influenced with magic. So if you could help me bandage this to get the bleeding to stop, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
So we bandage her up as best we can.
Has anybody
staunch the bleeding? Why isn't it rolling with advantage?
What about poison? Could it be poison?
I mean, given that he's in this, was in the Thieves Guild, not outside of the realm of possibility.
Well, it doesn't hurt to try. I will say Hymnus Requies and try to cure poison or neutralize poison.
Okay. So that seems to have some sort of an effect, Domino. Her breathing was really ragged and labored, and now she's still not very well off, and unconscious, but you can definitely see the difference that you removing poison makes. You don't know what poison it was or what it was doing, but something happened.
Praise be to Bahamut. She may yet live the day.
Thank you both. This is my fault.
No, it's not just you, mate.
Oh, to be a disembodied voice in your ear.
Oh.
Down, boy, down.
You've done enough, man.
Yeah.
The monologue was enough.
Well, I mean, if I take a stick and put it in the head and attach it back to the body, I can still animate dead.
And then I can animate object on the stick. You know, like.
Why don't you put a little trigger on the stick so it opens his mouth, so you can have the little mannequin thing going. I don't know. How are you?
It's like a Pez dispenser. Okay.
So Taylor, how are you? I've gone and lost my head.
I will turn to Rendell and Domino and I'll say to them, we were all taken in by his lies, but it was my responsibility as her commanding officer and as her friend to pay better attention and take better care. I failed you all by failing one. I hope you can all forgive me.
Well, I don't see it the same way as you do. You have nothing to forgive for me, right? I was taken in by Talon as well, so blame doesn't just rest on your shoulders, on all of us.
Thank you, Rendell.
But Rendell is gonna stand up and flop onto the couch that is in that room and try to pass out, as he is knackered.
I would actually gather everybody up and propose, once everybody's together. Nyx is unconscious. Rendell is exhausted, magically, physically. I believe we will all live. I think it would be prudent to rest here in relative safety while we can, and hastily depart from this city as soon as we are at full strength. Do you all agree?
Agreed.
Father Imbaro, what say you?
I'll give me time to put the body to rest. So, I agree.
Splendid. I would ask Rendell, but he appears to be snoring already. Let us set a watch.
I'll take first watch.
I'll nod, and I'll begin to make the room secure.
Okay. So what do you do to make the room secure?
Just to make sure that the windows are covered and shut as best as possible.
Well, that window is broken. So
I would imagine at some point during the day following the murder that it would have been at least boarded over, right?
Yeah, it was covered with a board. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the board etiquette here about like asking if anyone has access to a specific spell?
If you phrase the question correctly.
The question would be, do you have this spell?
I mean, in character.
Oh, okay.
Know of what this like, say, hey, do you have prestidigitation? Because it's a pretty common spell. Like, that's fine. But if it's something a little more obscure, then not very many people would know.
Okay. I don't know how to phrase. Do you like have alarm? Like, I don't know if my character would know that.
Oh no, alarm's common enough. Like, does anybody here have alarm? Yeah, no.
I don't know if anyone has alarm. Set one up.
I think Fidget does.
Well,
unfortunately, he's already asleep.
That sucks. Oh well. Guess we die.
Guess we
I can keep watch.
Guess we die.
Yeah, Domino will be keeping watch, and we do have I have things like pitons and like a crowbar and like little tools and stuff that can be set up as a makeshift just noise trap.
All right, you can Kevin McAllister up the stuff. I'll be in the other room with the corpse.
But yeah, I would simply be making sure that there's no visibility into the room from outside, and that all the vantage points are well watched by Domino. And
Where's the nearest exit or entrance? You know, where's the nearest into the next major area?
Like outside or?
Yeah, either that or like deeper into the where we came from.
So the staircase is about 20 or so feet to the left, and then it descends to the next level.
Bird goes there.
Maybe what you're looking for. Okay.
Chills out. All right.
Okay, so as all of you finally begin to de-stress from just the series of tense situations that you guys found yourselves in. Does anybody do anything else in particular? So Bavidius, you do try to reinforce what's left of the door, but you bisected it a couple days ago, and
not necessarily like fixing the door, but just making sure it's well guarded, like making sure that areas of access to the door are both visible from wherever Domino's going to be watching.
Domino, and he's like, up, sit here.
No, I don't know. I in my head it seemed like I was gonna have more to do with that phrase than I was gonna.
It. Okay. I find it funny. Okay. So all of you spend the evening. Can you give me a perception check, Domino? Yeah, Farther, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was saying, like, once everyone's asleep and... Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Domino.
Natural 16.
16. Okay. So the beginning of your watch starts, and you can just see the occasional flashes of light from just the hallway, from the windows, as lightning continues to fork through the sky, and all of you are briefly awoken at points by just these large rumbling booms that just echo constantly over your heads through the roof. Some of them are quite loud and startling as lightning comes very, very close to where you are. But after a while, you realize that as long as you're inside, you are in no danger. Or so you hope.
Spooky.
I love the look on Kyle's face when I said that. He's like, there it is. It's like, wow, she's giving us... Oh, no, she's not. All right.
Yeah.
He knows better.
He knows better.
Well, I'll take second watch whenever Domino's watch ends.
Okay. So... Yeah. Your watch passes without incident, Domino.
All right, I'll wake up. Bovidus. It was uneventful. May it be so the rest of the night. You are up.
Thank you, and get some rest. You'd see that Bovidius doesn't look like he's gotten much rest, but he's tried his best. Looks a little frazzled. And I'll go out to take a seat and watch.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
That's a 5.
He's rolling with the 5s today.
I know.
So you spend most of your watch just kind of looking more in Nyx's direction than you probably should. So if there is anything to notice, it probably passes you by simply because you are more concerned in these moments about your fallen friend than you are really about what you should be. And you're aware of this lapse and that it shouldn't happen on your watch, and yet it's happening anyways. You can't help it. Luckily for you, it passes without incident.
Fortunately, we had that bird watching too.
Oh yeah, I guess I should have had your bird roll too, but that's retroactive. It's okay.
Bird's passive perception is like 15.
All right.
I think,
yeah, mine's bad. So I'll go and who wanted the third watch? Was it Rendell or Embaro?
Oh, Embaro is going to be in the other room with the body.
Okay, so I guess I'll wake Rendell for third watch.
Which body? We need to specify at this point.
Oh, jeez.
The corpse. Not the tree, not the lady. the cultist.
Okay.
You're down in the kitchen then.
Down in the kitchen, the corpse.
All right. Well, yeah, there's multiple corpses in this building now. I need you to specify. Okay. you are in the kitchen, with the still beheaded corpse of Talon. Are you doing anything in particular?
Oh, since everyone else is asleep, yeah, we're gonna like thoroughly investigate this body now. What are you kidding? We're
Okay,
gonna check for like tattoos. We're checking. We suspected the poison, so we're checking like under the fingernails for sure.
He's like, yeah, now I'm not fucking around
We're
anymore.
gonna check in the lining of the clothing to see if there's like hidden pockets. You know,
Yep, give me an investigation check.
Come on, big money, big money.
Let's see. No, I can't. Bird's in the other room. Damn. 15 plus 2. 17.
So you investigate further. And you manage to find a tiny little vial in like a hidden pocket on the inside of the sleeve of his armor. So, like there's a tiny little hidden pouch, and inside of it is a small glass vial.
Powder in it, or is it liquid in it?
It seems to be empty.
Empty. We're gonna put that away for later. We're not gonna sniff the vial quite yet.
Okay, I dare you.
Oh no! I remember
Time for
Mardi Gras
sniffing.
2020.
And inside
So-
it, and also as you begin to investigate the room, you find what appears to be the remains of another vial. Just broken and left discarded.
Same sort of like. It's like the same kind of vial, or?
So it's the same kind of vial, but as you find, so you look at, just hold up the intact vial to the light, and it has this odd greenish, almost glow to it. Like this sickly green color.
The glass
And
itself, or the contents? Sorry,
the contents, just the remains on the inside of the vial, and the other appears clear or dry. You can't quite tell.
we take.
Okay.
I don't recall. If I have to roll like an intelligence or would he have told us like where his room was in the Thieves Guild?
Did
we go
I don't
there?
think he went there.
Okay.
I don't think anybody followed him.
Nope.
Because otherwise, that surprise about the 500 gold would have been a little less.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this guy's loaded.
Right?
I mean, the right thing to do is take some blood, right? Like, it's not too creepy, right, guys?
Goddamn
It's the right thing to
vampire.
do.
You're alone in the room.
You never know.
Nobody's
never
there to
know.
judge you, man.
But there was nothing else suspicious about the body, right? I didn't find any like marking and any like out of ordinary markings or weird looking scars.
I don't know. That's not a question for me.
Do I see any of this thing?
Does Talon have any identifying marks?
Nothing like, you know,
like
if
there's
a little
obviously
beaten
like
up here and there, like it wouldn't
It
draw his
depends on how
attention.
far you look. He has scars on his back. From when he was younger.
Yeah.
Because of what happened to his family.
Imbaro would be specifically looking for like any ties to the cult. If he didn't find anything that looked similar to that, he would just completely like overlook it.
He's so Talon is intelligent in that sense.
Yeah,
he has a mark, but you'd have to know how to look for it.
If it's not like recognizable, then he would probably not like. Unless it's like super fishy looking, you know, like if it's supposed to be hidden.
With a 17, you'd have to like stumble across it essentially.
Yeah, I think it would be out of sight, out of mind. If he wouldn't find it.
Like, and if you do find it, you'd probably have to roll an Arcana check to see if it's
yeah
what you think it is.
No, I don't think 17 would be good enough to find an unfamiliar sigil. Yeah. So with that,
I mean, if Fidget were here and was doing this with
Yeah.
you, he because he's seen it before, he would recognize that. He would recognize it off the bat.
Fair enough. So if there was nothing he found like immediately suspicious, he would, wrap her up, sort of deal.
Okay.
As much like proper, not embalming, but what you could do given materials on hand.
You could just light up a fireplace or something.
So you just
I don't think
grab a bed sheet?
Zane. I think Zane would be like Barrows because he's a human god, right? I think it would be a burial rite instead of burning.
You can flavor it however you like, dude. It's really personal preference at that point.
I don't know. It's I think it would be like a burial thing instead of burning. Burning is like super uncommon.
Well, it's also raining outside, so you're gonna have a really shit time doing that.
Put him to rest. He just smokes in the middle of the road.
I panicked. I looked over to the screen, panicked because I was like, "Oh no, I said shit." Uh-oh. We seem to have gone through the timer though, so we're good.
Okay, so then that would be that.
Okay.
And then
so you kind of wrap him up in a sheet, like just kind of stick his head, like
clean him up. I'm not gonna send him in the ground looking like that. Prestidigitations would happen.
Yep.
And then bed.
And then bed. Do you actually go out? Do you actually go bury him, or do you just kind of wrap
Not
him
now.
up?
That would be get struck by lightning. Wait,
I
maybe we can bring him
gotta
back.
Frankenstein.
All right, Frankenstein.
All right. So then you go back upstairs. Just as what meager light you guys get from the morning begins to illuminate the interior of the building. The storm is still going. Those thick, dense black clouds are still obscuring the majority of the light. So your bodies are kind of confused as you all wake up and you're like, oh no, it's still pretty dark. It must be very, very, very early morning. And then your eyes adjust and you get that realization that no, it's the correct time. It's still storming.
As everybody wakes up, first thing I'm doing is checking on Nyx and seeing what her condition is like.
Okay. She appears to have shifted at some point from unconsciousness into just sleep.
Okay.
You go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Watch, another 5, I bet. I was right.
Are you a prophet? I think you're a prophet.
Roll20 doesn't like you today.
No, it doesn't.
She just appears to be in a very deep sleep.
Are you butchering her?
No. Help me.
Wouldn't that be ironic to be butchered by a cow?
Oh,
Hey,
come on.
that's a good one. I like that one.
Oh, jeez.
I have a medicine kit, or a healer's kit. Sorry, I think that's only used for like stopping someone from dying unless you have the feat. Like I can't use that for this.
Yeah, it's more to
right?
save people than to heal people.
Okay, so it would just be like a straight medicine kit. Medicine check, not kit. Sorry.
Medicine check, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't talk shit with my +1. Okay.
So I will.
We're gonna go ahead and guidance. We're gonna go ahead and help.
halfway through the check, you realize it's like when you start listening to a song and you're like, oh, I didn't appreciate that enough. I have to start it again.
Wait, are you guidance and giving me advantage here? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, you have advantage and a +3.
Oh.
Okay, so I will do a second roll for medicine.
Come on, 5.
And the 10.
Hey, it's a
that was better.
17 plus 3 is 20.
Okay.
You did it.
Thank you.
So
What works?
with that, you kind of look her over, and she presents like someone who. How do I put this? So when soldiers are forced to travel across land, it doesn't happen very often. But when they're forced to travel across land and they're forced to march for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end, there are some times where they just develop so much exhaustion that they simply cannot move anymore. They cannot walk anymore. And if you let this exhaustion continue, then they can die.
Mhm.
And so it is readily apparent to you that she is suffering from multiple levels of exhaustion. And you have no idea why.
I'll turn to everybody and say, we must let her rest, but we cannot wait around here any longer. Help me fashion a litter or some way to carry her. I will take her from the city myself.
Can I examine her?
Go for it.
There's another natural 16. Hot dice.
Okay. So just 16, no bonus or anything?
I do not get a bonus.
Well, it could instead be. I have to declare beforehand, but
Yeah, you sort of come to the same conclusion that Bavidius does, just not as in depth. It's like she appears to be overly exhausted.
All right, so that would tell me that her body is still fighting something. So I've already neutralized.
Suffering from something.
So maybe for good measure, I will cure disease.
Does that cure exhaustion?
Hymnus requies.
Hold up. Hold on.
can it cure my depression?
Can you cure my PTSD?
It does not do anything for exhaustion, if I recall correctly.
No.
I think only greater restoration can do anything for exhaustion.
I believe so.
Just checking. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say no and then have to come back later and be like,
yeah,
I fucked up, guys. I apologize. I am the dumb. An effect that removes exhaustion, reduces blah 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 blah. Yeah, I think exhaustion can only be dealt with via resting or greater restoration. I think that's how you get rid of exhaustion.
So I'm literally thinking I just tired of my back, and we start walking.
You're gonna have the sassiest backpack.
That's she's gonna be a sleepy backpack for a while. That's
well, I mean, as someone who's spent a long time in the military, you know how to create one of those triangular thingamajiggies. You can like lay somebody on and like drag it behind you. And there's plenty of broken wood in this building.
Okay.
If somebody in chat could please remind me what that triangular draggy thingy is called, that would be great. Because
A litter.
Litter.
Are we talking?
Is it a litter?
I think
like
a litter.
where the paramedics put you on the bed, and they
Like a
carry you on the
stretcher?
bed.
A gurney?
No, it's not a stretcher. It's like a half stretcher that can be dragged by one person, and you like drag it across the ground. What's that called?
A gurney, not a gurney.
A sack.
Whatever it is, I make one.
Hold on.
What?
Fastidious.
Yes.
Who's gonna
I'm
start
sorry.
calling you Moo Man?
No.
I'm very trying to not be sick.
Big move.
What if we get attacked on the
We
road
defend her with our lives.
with her on your back?
Yeah, we don't want her on the back. Agreed.
You're right. This is why we're building the thing so I can just drag her on the floor.
The thing that we
I know,
still don't know the
but
name
like
of.
did you in character come to the conclusion like she was tired and you were like, did you relay that to us?
Oh yeah. And Sir Domino examined
Give
her
her a
too.
couple. Maybe we give her a couple days. Is there urgency in leaving now?
We must make haste to try and gain ground against this cult, whatever it is that they are trying to accomplish with this arcane melody that they wish to awaken.
Would you like some advice?
What?
Travois, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
By all means.
French isn't
Father.
real.
Agreed. By all means, Father.
If you want to start repairing any sort of relationship, maybe be there for her now instead of pressing forward. If you want to move on, we'll move on. I don't really know her that well, but I would stay.
I will not be leaving her side. However, it is not safe for any of us the longer we remain in this city.
Didn't we want to check with the Archmage?
Oh, he's dead. He's super dead. It's okay.
He is very dead.
He's so dead.
And whatever we may gain from his library, we can just as easily gain from the library in Serpent, where hopefully there will be less of this accursed, surely magical storm.
I think you're vastly overestimating books in a medieval town. It's very important.
I mean,
do they have the printing press, Charlotte? We need these books.
We invent the printing press.
I mean, we have an archivist.
They have some printing presses probably at the library.
Okay, it's probably fine then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. I mean, out of character. We've been in this town 3 days? 4? 3?
I think this would be.
You've been in this town a couple days.
And like
day 4 since the campaign started.
And from what we see, the clouds are like localized over the town, yeah? Like
so from what you can see, the cloud bank doesn't end.
Oh, okay. That's chill. All right. I mean, was there anything else in town that's like raidable within like the next 24 hours? You know, like is there anything that like we would want to grab before we take off?
It is possible that an Archmage's tower would have a whole lot of cool stuff in it.
It's possible, but I mean like supplies. Like is there like do we want to like rob the general store before we go or
Oh. Probably yes.
The concern would simply be making sure that any poisons are no longer tainting everything.
Ah, right, the poison for the town.
Now we do have
a poison chose specifically to kill the town. The town.
The town's poison.
That
poison.
Of course, we have a paladin here who's very competent at dispelling poison, fortunately. But we can definitely look for stuff like that, but we got to be careful.
Okay. So last thing, do we I'm gonna just. Would the medicine check have revealed like if we move her, it would be bad?
Probably. It's it's a lack of rest that is very dangerous to her right now.
Okay.
So she's not like precarious or like she's stable. She's just
Okay.
unconscious.
Well, then while Bovidius builds the gurney, the trebuchet, what was it? The ambulancer?
Travois. It's called a travois.
That's the one. I guess I'll do an augury to see if this is a bad decision. Domino?
Yeah, we can just build a giant trebuchet and we can launch all of us.
Just
It'll work.
throw
I
your
mean,
yeah.
You know, trebuchet
Well, I
can
would-
launch a Nyx about 100 meters.
Yeah.
I would certainly think common
Go real
sense
far.
would dictate we should let her rest a little bit, but perhaps we could go to the Archmage's tower, go to the top of the tower, and see if we can discern anything about the storm, where it's coming from, where it's ending. Because if it is emanating from some evil here, potentially that blue dragon, leaving the city and letting the evil spread unhindered, I think would be a terrible idea. So maybe we can get a better vantage point from the Archmage's tower while Nyx rests.
I mean, this all seems very reasonable to me.
I can find no fault in your words. And the last
then
thing I
that
want
leaves-
is to cause more harm to Nyx.
But then it might also be a bad idea to separate the party if somebody stays behind with Nyx. What do you recommend?
I think that we have no good decisions. We can only try to do the least ill. Let Fidget wait behind here and keep watch while Nyx recovers. We can make her as inconspicuous as possible.
I'll stay with Nyx. I want to make sure she doesn't tear open that wound again.
I think two guardians is better than one for sure.
I see the wisdom in this. The rest of us, we shall make haste. Be as quiet as possible. And try to avoid any more assassins.
To the Mage's Tower.
I'm not much good at fighting assassins, honestly.
Okay, so as the party decides to leave a couple of you behind in order to guard Nyx as she tries to recover from this sudden onset of exhaustion, and three of you begin to make your way out of the building. That is actually where we're going to take a really quick, just 5-minute break. So we'll see you all back in 5 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. So, the party was just about to split, with 3 individuals making their way towards the Archmage's Tower to investigate further, while Fidget and Rendell stay behind to tend to and protect the now fallen Nyx. So what are you 3 doing?
Let's look into the streets first.
Mhm.
See if we can hear sound, or I don't know.
How
will be,
lightning is it?
How lightning is it? Quite.
I'll be using my wind lance and making sure to disperse as much as possible.
Okay.
So do we stay close or do we stay far away from you?
Close. You have to stay
you want to
close.
be within 10 feet, I think.
Because
Okay.
otherwise it doesn't work. You get 3 charges.
All right.
So as
how
you guys
far?
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna ask, how far from the tower are we when I have that third charge?
So you guys can sort of see the tower from where you're standing. But it's still a few hundred feet or so. You still have to pass a few houses.
Okay. So
What
I
are
would.
what are our entrance options? Is it like front door, windows? What are we talking?
The tower has 1 door and just this single spiraling staircase that goes up. But while you're kind of looking around for somewhere to disperse the energy that you have now collected, can you roll me a perception check?
I was literally just gonna like tap the butt on the ground to like ground it and disperse it that way. Is that not a thing?
That's fine.
Okay,
That's
cool.
fine.
So I do that, and 3 charges
As long
go
as you
down.
press the button and that disperses the energy, right? So if you just press the button and tap it on the ground, that
Cool.
disperses all the charges.
All right, and that's a 13 for perception.
Okay. So over the roar of the thunder, from one of the small houses that's kind of perched on the very edge of the cliff face, very close to the fort. You can tell that this was the house of somebody who's a little bit more higher ranking, but like retired, essentially. So they set these houses aside for individuals who have spent their service time in the military. So they were going to give you one of these, actually, Bividius. One of these was set aside for you. Unfortunately, you never got to see it. So you hear from inside one of these buildings, just somebody crying out.
Can I make out any of the words?
Yeah. So as you like listen a little bit closer, you can hear, help me, somebody help.
Do you think he needs help?
It sounds like it. Can you scout ahead as I'll start walking in that direction, but like cautiously?
Okay.
I'll double time with weapon drawn.
Okay. So if you go out of 10 feet of Vividius, you might get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Wow.
right, because you were away the day that we made the wind lance. Basically, I had to get a special.
He's got a lightning rod.
You get a lightning rod that collects lightning.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's also
okay.
I had my weapon turned into a lightning rod to make it safe for us to move around.
Because otherwise, they did get struck by lightning a couple times.
Bividius is the raid mechanic.
Yes. So yeah, we won't dawdle, but we'll walk as a group towards where the voice came from.
Okay. So it seems to be in one of the darkened houses that's meant for these retired individuals. You can see just that the door appears to be closed. But as you guys kind of walk up to the doorway, you can see that there are smears of blood just leading up to the doorway. There's like a bloody handprint on the door. Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy, that open.
All right, so you just pop that door open, and inside, you see multiple things at once. The first 2 things that you see are these 2 humanoid creatures that are like hunched over, like knelt and hunched over another individual who's on the ground. This person's eyes are wide, their face is just streaked with blood, and their torso is covered just in a thick mass of red. And he opens his mouth and no sound comes out because his throat is gone.
Prestidigitation, the door closed.
Dude, let me. Come on, man.
No.
First of all, you can't do that.
Okay.
Because I'm narrating. Okay, so his mouth is open in a silent scream, and he is clasping, trying to keep what remains of his throat from keeping him from bleeding out. And the two individuals that are hunched over him appear to have this slick, wet-looking grayish-green skin. And they appear to be dressed in these green, slimy-looking skirts. And as you see this like black matted, like slick-looking hair that just descends, and as they both turn to you, you can see the luminous, like predatory eyes that reflect the dim light in the darkness, and you can see one of them has her jaw is like unhinged, and there is a large amount of flesh and like pulped viscera inside of there, and she appears to be chewing it. Before the first one looks at all of you, cocks her head. Well, sister, it seems that we have more to share. Everybody roll initiative for me, please.
Are these witches or lizard people? Like, I'm having a hard time figuring this out. Were they?
I'm sure
No, I mean, like,
figure out what
you said they were green, you mean? Or, like, what they were
This
wearing
greenish
is green?
gray, slimy skin.
Okay.
Do they happen to be hags?
Yeah, they might be. It's likely that they are hags.
Oh, so I was confused on the description of the skin. Not so.
Well, I would have said scales if they were.
My token.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
It's at 18, but I don't have a token on screen to select.
All right, I forgot that.
Why do that?
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Oh, there we go.
Because you're not here, and she's not here, and he's not here.
I forgot to click my thing, but I have a 15.
Okay. Do. For Billy Taylor, you can roll initiative as well.
Okay. Hold on.
So you got a 15. Why are you not in the initiative? But it is.
I rolled it, but it was while we were still on the map. I didn't realize we had a map for this.
There's no beef.
So there was no token.
Where's
20.
the beef?
But I rolled 18.
Where's the beef?
So 21.
Okay. That's cool that you get to go first. All right, so, okay, so that makes it your turn. So, would you like to go ahead and describe your character as he makes himself known in this moment?
So I'm not sure. Am I sitting on the floor or am I able to stand?
You're barely able to stand. You're pretty heavily wounded right now.
All right.
Well, you're the dying one.
You see before you a silver dragonborn.
No, he's not.
Oh.
You see before you a silver dragonborn. Am I allowed to allude that people know him?
Yes. Can you give me a really quick history check?
Me? History?
Yes, you.
Oh, dear.
History.
16.
Yeah, this face looks familiar.
He's wearing a Silver Shields uniform and half plate armor.
Orentazar?
Am I able to speak?
Yes.
Is it my
So
throat
you can.
out?
No, it's not your throat that's out. It's your compatriot's throat that is out.
Are you saying that?
I didn't
Beef
describe you
Shanks,
because
is
it's
that
not my
you?
job.
Sorry. Oh, Beef Shanks, is that you?
Oh no, not this.
You scaly bastard, what are you doing here? Do you need a little help?
I do.
So you can see that the shoulder and a little bit of the torso are blackened, and you can see like the spidering marks of he appears to have been struck by lightning.
What the hell is going on here? It's like the sky bit me.
Yes, it's been doing that a lot lately. I'll fill you in when these hags are dead.
Thank God you showed up. They were trying. They ate that guy, and then I figured they were coming for me next.
Well, let's teach them that lizard's off the menu.
Mhm.
All right. Let's keep beef off the menu as well. Time for you bitches to go vegan.
No.
Wow.
Oh no.
Are you okay there?
He's very confused. I'm slightly confused myself.
These are the people you like split up at weddings, you know?
Mhm.
You don't see them together because they're just gonna cause a huge amount of problems.
Well,
I
you
am
want
indeed the
type
person you split up
problem.
at weddings.
I put him so far away from our table.
Me and Liam.
Right.
Okay.
So that makes it your turn. What are you doing?
Heck with it. I'm gonna go for my breath weapon. I feel it would do some damage to them.
Probably.
It's what your comrade would have wanted.
Right?
He's pretty dead now at this
Okay.
point.
Yeah,
so.
he's dead. He doesn't care. He doesn't know what he wants.
So
Silver
it's a
Dragon is
15-foot
cold?
cone. Yeah, silver dragons are
Yeah.
cold.
Oh, what are
Am I in
you?
the right area or am I?
He's a cold motherfucker.
Stay frosty.
It's 2d6 cold damage, and I have to roll dex save.
Yeah.
Oh. One of those both of those are a natural 20!
Wow.
Dang.
All right. So I
Both of them
believe
are gonna
they
take
take
half
half damage. I'm sorry. Ah! I hate how this is not convenient. Actions? Yes.
Oops.
So my breath weapon.
Oh,
So I'm
I see what you're
using
doing.
it as an action. Once per short rest, exhale in a 15-foot cone. Have to. Yeah. Constitution saving throw. 2d6. Right.
Can you roll the 2d6 so I can do the half damage?
Yes, I'm doing that now. So 6 damage.
Okay.
And the other one failed it?
No, they both rolled a natural 20.
Oh. So they both
That's
take 3
unfortunate.
damage.
Yep.
That's not bad. Alright, so that's done. Bum, 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 bum. What can I do as... Where are my cantrips? Oh, never mind. They're both actions. Never mind. Oh, no, wait. They're at will. Never mind.
That will doesn't change whether or not it's an action or a
Yeah,
bonus.
I know. I realize that.
All right.
Okay, so just for the sake of time
I'm gonna
here.
end my turn there, anyways.
All right. That makes it Pavidius' turn.
All right. So going through the door, and we can move
Ooh.
30 feet, so I get there.
Hold on.
Hmm?
We can freely speak, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You should drag them out here. You have the lightning rod.
I nod as I charge in.
Fry them. Fry them.
Sure.
Come on, man. Let's fry them.
Get the clippity clops the fuck away from you.
So I'll move into 30 feet, and I will toss my two hand axes. Hand axes.
I'm gonna throw my hand axes.
Ding-a-ding-a-durgan.
This one in melee range. Oh, with my old friend. Shit. That would be disadvantage, because 20-foot range. So instead of that, I'm just going to dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action, Goring Rush. As a bonus action, can make one melee attack with your horns after using the dash action on your turn and moving at least 20 feet. So one
Yeah, you did those
horns
things.
attack.
Okay.
21 to hit.
I think that's gonna hit. Yeah.
All right. And 5 piercing.
All right.
And is that a knockback? No. No knockback on that one.
All right.
And that's
So
that's my turn.
okay, so you immediately just rush over and skewer her through the shoulder with one of your horns before you kind of flick your head and like shove her off of you and a little bit away from your friend. She hisses in pain, and this black, thick, ichor-like blood just kind of runs out of the wound.
How dare you? We have not been able to feast for so long, and you interrupt. Demon.
Father Embaro, that makes it your turn. Pavidius, you were done, yeah? That was
Yeah,
all
that
of
was
your
all I
stuff.
had.
Yeah, I'm like, I still
You
have
don't
to
have
ask.
a quip?
No, not
Shortish.
no quip coming to mind. Don't
Course,
force
with
it.
the bull, you get the horns.
Can't force it.
Ah. That was the one, though.
Alright, Father
Okay.
Embaro, that makes it your turn.
We are going to go right ahead. We're going to maneuver ourselves a little bit in the room there.
Okay.
Because I guess we're running into the room now. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I want to go this way. 4.
Seems like a plan. This
I'll
is
go
the plan.
This is table here, or is this just decoration?
That
Like,
is
do I
table.
ignore this? Okay.
Nope, that is.
So I could, for example, duck and gain half cover. Is half cover a thing in 5th?
Yes.
Can I hide under the table?
You could crawl under the table if you want to, yeah?
Sick. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and could you, with this hag here, could you make me an intelligence saving throw, please, against a mind sliver?
This is going to go very well. These are incredibly intelligent creatures.
I mean, unless you roll a 1.
My save is sorry.
I can tell you, right? I didn't beat it. I don't know what the number is. I didn't beat it.
There you go. It's a 15.
was a
Okay.
1.
Hell no.
So you are going to take 1d6 psychic damage. So you are taking 6. It doesn't add anything. So the next saving throw that you make before the end of my next turn has a -2.
Okay.
And then I dunk under the table.
And how
my
much
turn.
damage was that? Remind me, please. Sorry.
You are taking 6 damage. Psychic damage.
All right.
Bird. They're just gonna hit it, aren't they? Bird's just gonna distract this guy. Next attack's at advantage.
So your burb just kind of goes in and starts fluttering around the first hag's head as the second one screeches in pain and like clutches either side of her head. And the first one turns to the second one and she's like,
What do you think I'm trying to do? Obviously, I'm in the process of slaying these fiends. Will you lay off?
I'm not a fiend.
We're sorry. We didn't mean it like that. We're just hungry. You're not you when you're hungry, you know.
It's true. They need the Snickers.
Hold up there, Domino. It ain't your turn yet. It's my turn. All right. Cool. Yeah, we got claws, and we're gonna use them. All right. Let's just roll it on here because that makes things faster. Bavidius, does 17 hit you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so one of them slashes at you with her claws. And they are these long, black, vicious-looking claws that just kind of score easily across the flesh of your arm. You are going to take a grand total of 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is her turn. This one is then going to move up to your friend and do the same thing, also rolling a 17. Does a 17 hit you? Althawatha?
Arenthazar?
Aranthazar.
A 17?
Yes.
Sorry, I was distracted. I had it pulled up. Heck. 17. Plus, yes. No, 17 does not hit. I have an 18 armor class.
Okay. So
That's
it just kind of rakes its claws across the armor, and you can hear it skitter across the metal. It has no effect. That is their turn. Domino, now it is your turn.
All right, how far can I get in there?
You can get in 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about here. So just like 10 feet inside the doorway. There you go.
Okay. And that's all my move for this round?
Yep, but if you dash, you can get closer.
Okay.
Although, do you not have any ranged? Did you have any ranged spells that you could use?
Nothing ranged.
Okay. Then yeah.
But I'll dash
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, that's fine. That gets you within 10 feet.
So I could take a swing?
No, unfortunately not. So you've used your dash as your action, and you are not within melee. So no on 2 counts.
You don't have a Word of Radiance?
No.
Okay.
Right, is that
Although
your turn?
I do get 2 attacks around. Would
Yeah, but that's your
dash
action.
be one?
That's your whole action.
So the multi-attack is all part of a single action. It's just you gain the ability to attack more times with your action.
I gotcha.
Okay.
All right, well, that's it for me.
Cool. Arathazar.
I'm going to draw my Morning Star.
All right.
Am I within? Am I still within?
You are within melee of both of them now.
All right, so I'm going to take a swipe at the one closest.
How about the one that hit you?
Yeah, the one that hit me, basically.
All
That's
right.
what I meant. She was the one closest.
Well, no, both of them are within melee. So, like, neither of them are closest. So I need you to specify further. Oh, the one that hit you. Okay.
Yeah. So, roll. 7 plus. Nope.
Is that this one? The one directly below you, because you have advantage against that one.
I have advantage? Oh. Okay.
I thought it was just on saves.
No, this one has the -2. This one has the advantage, like on the next attack, because of the help action for distraction.
Oh, the bird. Right.
The bird.
Right. I forgot about the bird.
Again,
I was like, hold on, wait, whoa. Yeah, okay, so if you hit this one, you get advantage. So go ahead and roll again.
Familiar is good.
Both rolls were a 7.
Oh.
So
That's unfortunate.
plus my strength was 11.
That hits neither of them, unfortunately. So you go to pull out your Morning Star, and it gets like stuck on a little bit of the fabric of your uniform, and you hear this rip. And you go to swing, and the hag sees it coming a mile away and just ducks.
We'll flash and it will be delicious.
Right,
Oh,
is that your
dear.
turn?
Oh dear. Yeah, that ends my turn.
Yeah.
Slightly
The other hag
embarrassed.
goes,
Yes, I love it when they.
All right.
Bavidius, it makes it your turn.
Okay, I will move into a flanking position with Barenthazar, and I will attack with the Wind Lance, hitting this one for 23 on the first hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and 19 on the second hit.
Yep, both of those will hit.
All right, so that's 6 slashing and 12 slashing.
Dang. So 18.
How's it
Oh, wait.
looking?
She's looking to beat up, but she's still kicking.
All right, then I'll action search
All
and
right.
do it again. That's 20 on the first
Oh.
hit
Yep.
and 15 on the second hit.
Both of those hit.
All right, for another 8 plus 10.
All right. So now she's starting to look very hurt. You can see that like her body is starting to rack a little bit. She's coughing up this thick black blood. She's looking very hurt at this point.
Very good, very good. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Father and Borrow, that makes your turn.
Bavidius is in an awkward position now.
Tigers.
What did I do?
No, I was gonna AoE. We're just gonna go ahead and
you could
we're
AoE
gonna.
like here or there.
No, it's a 10-foot. It's a 10-foot burst. It's gonna kill
Get
him.
wrecked.
Or it's gonna hit him either way, not kill him. But anyway, we're just gonna go right ahead and we're going.
But you could put the friend in friendly fire. It's like I'm going to ignore that.
I guess we can just bless. Bless seems fine.
Bless?
Bless seems fine.
That seems
Do
good.
I wanna? Nah, I'm just gonna go and bless the cow. Holy cow.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna.
Hey, look, it's Moby the Golden Calf.
It's not touch, is it? One sec. Just make sure it's not touch. Plus 5e. Pretty sure it's not.
Barenthasar and Bavidius, can I have you guys both roll?
30 feet.
I forgot to do something. Can I have you
Oh,
both
it's
roll
3 people.
a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom save. Oh, jeez.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm going to select Domino, Bavidius, and our new friend, the lizard. And we're going to add 1. That's great. So whenever a target makes attack roll or saving throw before a spell ends, target can roll D4.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
they can roll it, but I just love the way you're like, oh, it's 1.
That's bad, yeah.
So when it says
it's also
1.
So I have a question.
Yes.
This says whenever a target makes an attack roll. Does that mean like until the spell ends they can just do it over and over and over? Or is it?
Yep.
Sure. So you three have that on you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to distract the one in the middle.
As long as you don't lose concentration, they're blessed.
Seems good to me.
With the bless, my wisdom save is 14.
It happens without the bless because it would have happened before his turn.
Okay, well then it's a 13.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, mine's a 13.
Okay.
So Bird will distract the one in the middle, and Borrow repositions himself a little bit closer, and then that's it.
Okay. So, both of you just coming up really close to these things, begin to get unnerved just by the appearance and the.
Oh shit! I forgot about
these
this.
things. Yeah. Luckily, neither of you are frightened in this moment, but they are definitely fucking scary. Like,
Okay.
all right. Father, is that your turn?
Yep, that's all.
Cool.
Oh, do hags have an aura? It's a good thing I'm hiding behind them.
Yes, they do. You just waltzed into it. Pew pew. Vividius, that is a crit against you, good sir.
Ouch.
And the other one misses again because apparently it hasn't learned how armor works yet. You're going to take 15 points of slashing damage, like directly across your snout as it turns to face you and just catches you in the face with its claws.
Tried to give you one of the nose rings.
I don't actually have nose rings.
Oh, that just flips her upside down. We're not going to do that. She stands on her head and kicks you in the face. No. Okay, that is their turn. Domino, that makes it your turn. That is all they can do.
Damn. Can I get the far one over here, or can only attack the one that's closest to me?
10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can go over there and get advantage. Sure.
That'll work. All right, 2 attacks.
And you can roll each one twice.
And
Why do I roll? Why?
You have advantage. And you also have bless. And you also have bless, so you can add a D4 on top of your attack roll as well.
All right, so I hit once out of all those attacks.
Oh no!
Roll 4 times, you hit once.
Yes.
That's brutal.
I rolled
The dice
3
are not
threes.
liking you guys today.
You know what? That happened to be in the alligator fight in the sewer.
So with that being the case, I would like to do Divine Smite with the one that did hit,
Okay.
which says I can...
Remember to have the D4.
Oh, sure. I do that too.
Is it 2 damage or just with his attack roll?
It's just to the attack.
Yeah, it's just to the attack roll. So don't
Okay.
roll the D4.
Okay.
Sorry.
But it could have turned the 3 into a hit potentially.
3?
That'll be 7.
Yeah, 7 plus 3 from proficiency plus stat. Like it's getting close. Like
it's getting close.
If he rolled a 4,
possible.
If he rolled a 4,
if you rolled a 4, you know what? Go ahead, roll. See if you roll a 4.
I did 17 damage with the Divine Smite.
Okay,
Nice.
and then roll me a D4, just in case.
D4 is natural 3.
Yeah, nope. That's not quite.
Unfortunate. Close.
6, proficiency is 9. What's your strength?
My strength is 17.
Okay, so plus 3, that's a 12. Yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
It's not nothing though. Like 12 on a 3 is like not bad, you know?
Oh, I know, right?
Alright.
17 damage though, that's dope.
Yeah. Frick. So wait. No, okay, we're good. Alright. So essentially you slash her across the back, and as you do so, your blade just ignites with radiant energy, and you hear both her and her sister screech. One of them in fright, and the other one in fright and in pain. You can see just the large diagonal wound that you've caught directly from the base of her shoulder blade all the way across her back. And she turns just hissing and shrieking in pain before she tries to lash out at you. Is that your turn?
It is.
All right, Barenthazar, that makes it your turn.
All right, I'm going to try again with my Morning Star.
Go for it. On the one in front of you? Or the one beside you, because now you have advantage on both of them.
I will do.
The one in front of Bavidius is looking real hurt, and she just scratched the shit out of his snoot.
And that's the one beside me?
That's the one sort of below you.
All right, so I'll go for that one.
All right.
Hold on. This is plus my proficiency and my strength modifier, right?
Yeah.
So 14.
14 hits.
With the D4. With the D4 as well.
14 hits.
I did add that in there. Because I'd rolled my initial and then
14 hits, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Get it. Just go.
Just making sure. Doing my due diligence.
Kill it, my friend.
1d8 plus 4. So 11 damage.
All right. You just bury your Morningstar into her skull, and you see her eyes go wide before her jaw goes slack, and the piece of partially chewed friend of yours just falls out of her mouth, before she just collapses onto the ground dead.
Well, that certainly was a mouthful.
All right, is that your turn?
I'm going to actions. Can I action surge and attack the other one?
Yes, you can.
Going to use my action surge and attack the other one. Do I still get advantage? No.
Yes, you do.
So the D4 as well, right? Or no?
Yes.
Just the initial.
No, it's anytime you roll an attack. All the time, every time. Bless.
13 plus 4, so 17.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, sorry, plus 3 plus my strength modifier. Yeah, it hits. Doesn't matter. It's going to hit.
It's gonna hit. Just...
He's learning.
Starting to believe.
8 plus 4, so 12.
12. All right. This one is starting to look very hurt as well. And now you can see the fright in her eyes as she screeches,
"My sister! You killed my sister! I will have vengeance!"
Bring it, she bitch. Yeah, that's my turn.
You called her bitch, and all I can do is oogie boogity, bitch.
Oh, bring it, she bitch.
Somebody, this is not your turn. Everybody has to make your turn.
What?
Somebody kill something.
I attack.
Okay.
24.
You don't have advantage, but you do have bless.
You're right. This is a good point. I was gonna roll with advantage. I also didn't need to move because I'm within range at 10 feet. But either way.
Yeah, that's also
the
fine.
bless. So 27 on the first hit, and 11 on the second hit.
27 doesn't hit. Go fuck yourself.
That's bullshit.
Wait a second.
Kyle, we switched over to second edition a while ago. You're way off, man.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to Fighting Spirit and give myself advantage on weapon attacks.
Oh no, it does hit, dude. I'm just kidding.
Wait, 11 hits?
No, 11 does not.
No, exactly. So I'm giving myself advantage because I saw the 10 roll and the 1 on the D4. I'm like, that's not gonna hit. Ooh, I have the thing. So 27 still on the first.
Yep.
And then the second attack will be 25. I'm not even gonna roll the bless. Damage.
Are you sure? You might need to.
Are you sure you don't need that bless? That might just put you over the edge.
24 total damage.
They have missed. Yeah. How would you like to do this?
As she screams, my sister, I'll just look over with my halberd coming back over my head and say, "Who am I to split up a family?" And then cleave right down the center of her.
Oh, yes.
So she looks at you, and just there's this moment of shock, and she tries to pull away as the blade just catches her in the forehead, and just cuts all the way down her length, before the two pieces just split apart from each other and fall apart onto the ground. She is very, 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 very dead.
They both are.
That's the definition of
Horrifying.
overkill.
I immediately look around and ask, "Is everybody all right?"
I mean, I'm not missing any chunks, so that's a good thing.
What about the fellow on the ground?
Oh, he's dead. If you didn't notice when you came in, they ate him.
This is all rather glib.
Oh, he's dead.
I,
No
uh,
medicine
I,
check. It's just like, no, he is.
I will kneel down to take a look at him.
He is
Okay,
dead
roll me a
horrific.
medicine check.
All right. Médecins, Sans Frontières. Wait, do I get bless on ability checks?
No,
No. Okay.
don't think
So
so.
just an 8. Just an 8.
Okay.
Saving throws, not ability.
Yeah.
He's not
checks.
breathing.
That would be guidance. Would you like guidance?
I don't know if it's gonna help that much, but sure.
He's not breathing.
I look up at Sir Domino.
He's
He's
dead.
not breathing. Are
He's
you able to
dead.
help this man?
He's only mostly dead.
No,
He's
he is.
all the way dead.
He is dead. He is all the way dead.
Well, may you find your
Max.
ways to the halls of Valhalla. Blessings, fallen soul. Now, is there a blanket or something we can cover him with? Cloak? Bed sheet?
He has a
Anything.
cloak. He's wearing a cloak. You can cover him with his own cloak.
So, okay. Who are you? And him? And them.
I'm Berenthazar. I've known this man, this soldier, point at Bovidius, forever. And I mean that. And a day.
Forever and multiple days.
Oh, jeez.
We came up together in the Silver Shields.
Yeah, I
haven't
took
seen him
that.
since I
I
left
took
Guardian's
over.
Cove.
I was supposed to take over for you after you left, and then they sent my platoon, and then the storm took them out, and then these two took him out, and we're gonna eat me next.
It's a miracle that you're here.
I wouldn't call it
What
that.
What about him?
Just the
Who
act.
is he?
It's the guidance of the Weaver.
And him? Who is he?
Oh, I'm gonna assume. I'm sorry, out of character. I'm gonna assume he's one of mine.
Yeah, he's one of yours.
He's
He was
retired,
one of
right?
mine. That was my second in command.
His name was Chester.
What?
His name was Chester.
His name was Chester.
Chesterfield.
We set it up.
Not
Yes.
the first time.
Well, a moment of silence for poor Chester, gone before his time. I'll turn then to introduce. These are my companions. This is Sir Domino, the Paladin,
Greetings.
and this is Father Imbaro.
A fellow warlock.
What?
Aren't you a warlock?
Not in character.
How would you know that? How would you know?
I don't know.
I'm a priest. I'm a good boy. Promise.
You're a good
I'm
boy.
a good boy.
Promise.
sorry. I'm sorry. I metagamed there.
Oh, it's fine. I have cure light
Purely
wounds.
an
I'm not a
accident.
warlock. Promise. I cast a bless spell just now. Believe me.
As you may have seen, the city has fallen into
Empty?
chaos as of late. Come, we'll catch you up, and I'll just fill him in as we walk.
Are there any
should-
valuables on Chester before we bury him? Any interest?
You can search him if you like.
Should also search
I
the
will-
bag.
I think it's kind of rude. The man just died, and already you're reefing through his stuff. But
I
whatever.
just asked if there's any valuables that might be helpful because I'm going to bury him.
I think under the
he might have some
circumstances,
healing
whatever we
potions
can take to
or something, I
survive
don't
is
know.
imperative.
Indeed. Who feels the most confident rifling through the body?
I'll do it.
Investigation is
No,
not
please. He was mine. Let me rob him.
I'll investigate the hags while somebody else investigates the fallen Chester.
19.
So Chester, you know what Chester has. You issued it
Yeah,
to
I
him.
just grab it all.
So he has a long sword. He has like basic kind of chainmail armor, sturdy boots, an
you can keep
adventuring
the boots.
pack.
Yeah, I'll take all that. He wouldn't have
And a
any
wedding
money
ring.
because he's a
And a
soldier.
wedding ring.
No, wedding ring.
Well, I better take this back to his widow, actually.
Oh no.
Indeed.
Great, the widow.
Well, you never
y'all are. This is like a city guard thing. What are you guys part of? What's the deal with the characters? You're like military, right?
I came up in the silver shields.
The silver shields, yeah. So would this fella have like ID, like a badge or something?
They're
crap,
identified
armor,
by like
dude.
sigils on their armor.
Okay. It's on what part? Like a clasp, the shield? Like which part?
If they carry a shield, it's on their shield, but he doesn't have one, so it was on like the shoulder pauldron part.
No.
So this isn't something I can just like steal and
silver
use and pretend
diamond.
I'm like legitimate.
You could take a shoulder pauldron and wear it if you want to.
I'm wearing like robes. You can't just have like one pauldron and robes.
Well, you could take his full set of armor and
You
wear it,
definitely
and then
could.
pretend if you want to.
Seems happy. I'm gonna pass.
All right. Assuming I still have guidance. Did you give me guidance? I don't even remember.
You can have it as many times as you
I think
want.
you jokingly gave you guidance.
Yeah. So 14 on investigating the hags.
Okay. What exactly are you looking for?
Anything valuable?
They do not have anything valuable on them.
Okay.
They are the
appear to
valuable
have-
thing.
These appear
You
to
know
be
how much
sea
hag blood goes on the market? You know?
No, I've never had to check.
It's not a character. Don't do this.
With that, I'm done with the room.
Let's get out of here. Smells like death in here.
Okay, so before we leave, can I just do a quick look at the neighborhood? How close together are the houses, and how close together are they in relation to the tower? And can we run in between them to avoid death?
Well, I want to bury the body, like I said I was.
Where? In the room?
Where pray tell are you going to bury him?
Just outside in the alley, there's dirt, right?
It's all cobblestones.
It's cobblestone. Crap. What about, is there a fireplace?
Crap.
We immediately turn to cremation.
Is there? If there's a fireplace, if there's a
fireplace,
hearth in
but it's
here, then
like
sure.
It's a normal sized one. You're gonna have to cut them up to fit them in there.
Nah, not it.
All right, well,
I'm
is
not
there
sure
a
where
bunk?
we can bury him.
Like a bed, like
Bunk?
there's a bed and bunk and everything?
Yeah, there's a bed.
All right, we'll place them in the bed, cover them. Blessings from Bahamut. May your soul travel to Valhalla. But I will throw the hags into the fire and light the fire.
Sure.
Nailed it.
I mean, they're goop enough.
They might
They're goop.
regenerate for all I know.
One's
They're
already
very wet.
pre-cut.
They're hard to set on fire. They have this slime that they continuously exude. It makes them hard to be. They're quite not particularly.
Goes
flammable.
good on toast.
It goes good on toast.
Is there some flammables in the room? I can get a decent fire
Yeah, there's
going.
some table and chairs and stuff. You can smash those and.
I have a tinder
And that
box.
All right.
Well, let's get a decent fire going before
I
we
just
check
looking for
them out.
goodness. Are we really doing this right now?
Yes.
They could regenerate.
Never known you to waste
They
time.
could regenerate. That's true. We don't know.
It is not a waste of time to allow our companions their religious rights. And they bring up a good point. We don't know anything about these creatures. It would be wise to not risk having them stand back up and hit us in the back.
You're obviously right.
So I'll help them light a fire.
Okay.
Roasted hag.
Roasted hag. Yeah, it begins to smell like
Huh?
sea salt and
The room fills with
Yeah.
thick black smoke. Everyone
yeah,
passes out.
it's just this acrid black smoke. It's just
All right.
smells
Get
like
out of
rotten
here. They're
fish.
burning.
Okay, so we leave the wooden house.
I'll also
Can
ask Domino for a little bit of healing, if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. I will do. How wounded are you?
Well, I feel like my vitality may have been nearly halved this day.
Is Bavidius still seeping wounds from, seeping blood from the
Yes.
several, slash wounds in his face?
Particularly his nose.
Yes,
He's
my
got a really
nose is
nasty looking
really
gash on his
fucked up.
nose.
He looks like he's got black snot hanging from his nose, and he just can't get rid of it.
Tis but a flesh
Sounds
wound.
like a moderate to me.
All right. Hymnus Requies for 15. Does that work?
Delightful. That's almost everything I needed.
I like all the little magic spells you have. I need magic
Thank you.
spells too.
Thank you very much, Sir Domino.
It is a blessing from the god Bahamut, the greatest of all dragons.
So when were you familiar with the blue dragon you saw then being a...
Well, what I know, blue dragons are evil to the
Are they?
core. Yes.
What makes them so evil?
Who knows? They are rotten from the inside. They have been betrayed from the most ancient of times to follow the path of deceit, lies, and cruelty.
Yeah,
I
they're
have to ask you more about
dragonborn.
this later.
I love him so much. I just want to.
Poor dragons. Little liars.
The dragonborn in the room is probably like, oh, fucking hell, Jesus.
He's not
I'm
being silly.
interested.
It's
I'm
fine.
like, well, wow, dude. You and I got to talk later.
Bro, that's
Indeed.
racist, man.
It's okay.
I totally respect the paladin. Out of character, I totally respect Sir Domino just for having that knowledge.
I know nothing about dragon lore. I'm really interested.
So, as all of you begin to recover from this sudden encounter and converse with your newfound, or for some of you, he is a newfound friend. For others, he is a rather old friend that you can now rekindle a relationship with. That is actually where we're going to be ending the session for this evening. So thank all of you so very much for tuning in to this episode of Melody of the Maelstrom. Episode 15, yay! We've done 15 episodes, guys. So yeah, big thank you to our sponsors, D&D Beyond and Effects May Vary. Be sure to check out our Discord channel, our Patreon, and our merch page where you can talk with a bunch of really cool people, sponsor us if you want to, and we have a really cool array of merch that you can choose from. If you like this game, you can check out any of the other ones. There is the Tuesday game, which is Valley by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade game. There is False Skull and Knights on Wednesdays, where our mortal enemies reside. They hit us with a no swearing, and we will return it in kind. You have been warned. Fortunately, there is no Thursday game anymore because they came to their epic final finale. So I do recommend that you check that out because it was phenomenal. I actually watched it myself, and it was very well done. So go check that out. And the Saturday game should be starting up soon. I'm not sure about the timeline on that one. But yeah, we just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Have a good evening.